Is this sounding like I'm in a bit of a reading slump? I should have seen this coming, but I didn't. I have a theory. To cut a long story short, I was supposed to start this reading vlog on Monday. It is now Thursday, and I haven't filmed a single thing, and basically I have hardly read anything. I've read about 30 pages so far this week, which obviously is not ideal and wouldn't have been very interesting for you to watch anyway, so I'm glad I've not done any filming. But that does leave me in a bit of a tricky situation because I desperately need to get some reading done. I really want to hit my reading goal this year, which is 100 books, and so far I am very behind schedule. So we need to hurry things up and really get some reading done over these next few days. So that is what hopefully I'm going to do, and I'm hoping that me starting this vlog is going to give me the motivation that I need to read. I really have no excuse for not reading. If I'm going to be completely honest, I've just been watching loads of TV. I've been binging The Resident on Netflix. I'd actually already watched it on Disney Plus, but then it recently came on Netflix and I decided to watch it again. Anyway, that was a bit of a side note. That's what I've been doing this week, and I want to now be a bit more productive and get back into my reading jam. So that's what we're going to be doing. Now, if you've seen my most recent vlog, you will know that I am currently in the middle of 3 different books. So I definitely will be reading some of those books this week, but I might not be finishing them all because I might also be starting some new books which are on my radar. I literally don't know what's going on with me at the moment because normally I'm a 1 book at a time kind of person, maybe 2 if I'm listening to one on audio, but I literally have loads of books I just want to start and I'm struggling to finish anything. Is this sounding like I'm in a bit of a reading slump? Maybe, but I feel like I can bring this back. I feel like I don't have to go into a full slump. I feel like I can sort this out now by just properly putting in some time to reading, because it's not that I'm just not enjoying reading, it's just that I could be bothered to read. So those 3 books that I am reading are Glow by Raven Kennedy. I am 275 pages into this. This is book 4 in the Play to Prisoner series. I am struggling a little bit with this one because so far it's a very filler book, like not much has happened at all. I'm getting a little bit bored, but I definitely do want to make some more progress on this for the next few days because it is an aim for me to finish this series before the end of the year. So I need to get this book read. And then on audio, I am listening to House of Sky and Breath. I am listening to the graphic audio, which I am really enjoying. The graphic audio. The book is okay. I definitely don't love it, but I don't dislike it. It's just so long, to be honest, but that's fine. I've just been listening to the audiobook and mainly listening to it driving to work and when I'm walking the dogs and stuff on my own. So I will continue to do that over the next few days. I am up to page 258 in this. So as you can see, still have a long way to go with this. This is not going to be finished in the next few days. That's fine, it's just a bit of an ongoing book for this month, I think. And then the other one is The X-Files by Jessica Joyce. Again, if you saw my last vlog, you will know that I started this book at book club. I think at book club we got like 40 pages in and I am now up to page 88. So that's basically all I've read this week. Not great considering I usually like to try and read at least 100 pages a day, often more than that. So I think this is where I'm going to start today. I am going to try and finish this book. I don't know if that's doable or not, but it's not long. It's like 350 pages. It's obviously an easy book to read. It's a romance, so I think that's like what I'm gonna try and do. We will see how I go, but no matter what, I'm probably gonna start a new book this evening on Kindle because one of the main issues that I've been having with reading this is it's obviously a physical book, so at night when I'm reading it, which is kind of like the only time that I've been bothering to pick up this book, I obviously have to have the lamp on in bed, and Ollie has basically had and still has a really busy week at work travelling around, so he doesn't want to stay up late, so I've basically only been able to read like a chapter at a time. So I would like to start a book on Kindle tonight so that I can at least do some more reading in bed, but I will talk more about that later tonight. For now, yeah, I'm gonna try and get some reading done of this book. I'm enjoying it so far. So this is The X-Files by Jessica Joyce. I have read You With A View, which is Jessica Joyce's first book. I really loved that. I think I gave it like 4.5 stars or 4.75 stars. I absolutely loved it. One of my favourite romances of the year. This one is a second chance romance, and we basically have our 2 main characters who are best man and best woman for their shared best friend, basically, who is getting married. And stuff is going wrong at the wedding, so the 2 of them are trying to help fix everything with the wedding. However, that is difficult because they don't really get on, even though they pretend to their best friend that everything's fine between them, that they get on fine, but actually they don't talk, things are awkward between them, so they are now having to pretend that everything's fine and it's not. This is only single POV so far, so we're just getting our female main character's POV, Georgia, and she is definitely very hurt by the breakup and everything that happened, and yeah, she is just trying to navigate her way through that and understand his point of view. And yeah, I don't know, I'm enjoying it so far. It's weird because it's a second chance romance, right? And normally in second chance romances you get a bit of a then and now timeline. In this one we're not getting that, we just have the present timeline, but then we do see some past memories, but like just as Georgia is thinking about them, and sometimes it's getting a little bit confusing. I probably would prefer a then and now timeline. I do enjoy a then and now timeline, and I feel like maybe that is missing for me from this book, and as I'm reading it I'm finding it kind of hard to concentrate on. So I don't know, I am enjoying it so far, but not loving it. I definitely probably preferred You With a View, but obviously I'm not even 100 pages in, so we will see how it goes. And yeah, my aim is to get this one finished and ticked off my list so we can move on to some more books slash read some of those books as well. Okay, so that is where we are. That is my plan for the next few days. Let's just try and get some reading done. It's starting to get dark, so the lighting is probably going to be shit for the rest of today. But I have about 100 pages left of this book. That means I've read nearly 200 pages today. We're back. I'm very proud of myself because I said I was going to finish this book today, and I have, and that doesn't happen very often on my channel. So yeah, I finished this. Obviously it was a really easy read, I'm not gonna lie. I think for me this book is 3.5 stars. I enjoyed it, I thought it was cute. It was nothing monumental and it was a bit cheesy for me in parts, but overall I did like it. I think I definitely prefer her first book, You With a View, but I still think that this is a solid romance kind of book, and yeah, I enjoyed it. So now I can start another book, and obviously I am reading House of Sky and Breath and Glow, but I don't feel like reading either of those tonight, so I'm actually going to start a new book on my Kindle. I know exactly what that's going to be. When you've been feeling like on the verge of a slump and you just haven't felt inclined to read and pick up a book, there's only one thing for it, in my opinion. A thriller, specifically a Frida McFadden book. So I am going to read The Boyfriend. I just think her books are so easy to fly through. They're so fun. I love the plot twist. They are often pretty ridiculous, but at the same time, they're a good time and I enjoyed them. So that's what I'm going to do. This is her newest one out, I think. I don't know what it's about. It just says, is he the man of your dreams or your worst nightmare? And it's called The Boyfriend. I've only read 3 of her books, right? Yeah, I've read The Housemaid, Never Lie, and The Teacher. The Teacher was probably my favourite. Like, I absolutely loved that. I read it in a 24-hour readathon and I was just gripped the whole time. The Housemaid I also really enjoyed. I haven't gone on to read the rest of that series though, so let me know if you think the rest of that series is worth picking up. It's kind of on my mind again since seeing like the cast announcement for the film adaptation of The Housemaid. So yeah, I don't know, maybe I will. I feel like I've heard good things about the second book in the series, but maybe not the third one. And then Never Lie, I again like had a really good time reading it, but the twist in that one was like completely ridiculous and very unbelievable. So that one is probably my least favourite, but yeah, here we go. I'm going to start this. I might have a shower actually and like get ready for bed and then start it. We'll see how much I can read tonight, but it's on my Kindle, so that's nice because Ollie is going to London for work tomorrow, so he'll want an early night. But the rule is I can read for as late as I like in bed if I'm reading on my Kindle, because that doesn't like affect him, because I don't have to have a light on obviously, and I have the dark mode. That was one of the main reasons actually why I upgraded from my old Kindle to this one. Obviously they've now released new generations of Kindles. This is the like previous Paperwhite to what they've now brought out, but on my old Kindle it didn't have a dark mode, which was kind of annoying, and I love the dark mode on this. So if you put it into dark mode, this is probably boring, like you probably all know, but it then has like a black screen, so when you're reading in the dark, like it doesn't give off any light, and it's also just nice on the eyes. But until then I will be reading it on the normal white screen. So yeah, anyway, what was I was actually wanting to see how long this book is. Okay, it's 364 pages. That should be quite quick to read. I'm just going to see how I go with it. I'm going to read this tonight, and then tomorrow I might pick up a bit of another book. But so far, very glad that I decided to just start this vlog, even though I'm only going to be doing it for a few days, because it has like got my ass into gear and got me reading again, which is what we wanted. So yeah, first book finished. Let's hope it continues to go uphill from here. Good morning. I'm feeling good today because yesterday was actually such a success. Obviously I finished the X-Files, and then on The Boyfriend, which I started reading last night, I got to page 71, which is 21% through, which is so good. But like honestly, this book, it felt like I blinked and I'd read 30 pages. Like it just goes so quickly, it reads really quickly. Freida McFadden book will always do that for me, like they're such page turners, they just go so quickly, like I can just get through her books so fast, which is amazing. So I think I'm probably gonna continue reading this today, but I'd like to finish it tonight in bed, so if I'm getting too far in, then maybe I'll pick up a bit of Glow as well, we will see. I'm enjoying this so far. Don't know exactly where it's going to go, to be honest, but basically we have two perspectives. We have the perspective of Tom, and his perspective is in the past, and we have the perspective of Sydney, who her perspective is in the current. So we are seeing Tom when he is like 17 years old, I think, in school, and he is, I would say, a bit of a sociopath. Like I don't know for sure, but just the things that he says, and like from the prologue, I think he's a bit of a sociopath, and he basically has a crush on this girl called Daisy. He really likes her and stuff, but at the same time he kind of wants to kill her. And then we have Sydney, who I said that's like in the present day, and she is like in her early 30s, and she is single, and she is dating on dating apps, and throughout the book we see her go on this date which turns out to be really bad, and the guy basically assaults her after the date, and this other guy comes and basically saves her, and she finds him really attractive and wants to find that guy, but she can't find him anywhere. And then where we have just got to, I think, is like the start of the bigger plot, and we don't know yet how Sydney and Tom's lives are going to intertwine, but I have my ideas. Maybe you do as well from what I've just said. But yeah, something big has basically just happened that I think is going to be the big start to the main plot of this book. I don't know if I want to say what that is that happened. It might be on the blurb. It's just happened 20% in, so I don't really want to give a spoiler. So yeah, that's where we are. I'm enjoying it, as I said, really quick and easy to read, like all of her books. I'm excited to see where the plot goes, what the twists are going to be, and I think it will just be a really quick, good read for me, so that's great. Also loving reading on my Kindle. Reading on my Kindle in bed last night was amazing, so as I said, I want to make sure that I don't finish it before bed, because I would like to read it again in bed tonight. Look at this precious dog. Oh, I didn't see my pop sockets come off. I'm so bad, like I know that you're supposed to be able to do this and like change the pop sockets, but I literally can never work out how to get this back on. Click. Please. Nope. Okay. We're back. and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be right on this one. Also, it literally looks like it's the middle of the night, but it's only 5 p.m. This time of year is literally horrendous. Like, I hate living in darkness all of the time. At least it's a good excuse to do nothing but sit and read. Oh my god, I was right, my prediction was right, and I feel pretty proud of this one because I feel like this is a bit of a side plot twist and I guessed it. Okay, it is now 6:10. As I said, it literally looks like the middle of the night, but it's not that late. I am about 70% into this book. Yeah, 70%, or page 250, I think. 251, and it says I have about an hour and 20 minutes left of this book, which I am definitely finishing this tonight. I don't want to put it down. I know I said that maybe I will try and read a bit of Glow in between. I just don't want to do that. So I think I'm going to try and get up to like 80%, and then I'll read the last 20% in bed, like just before I go to sleep, because I feel like the last 20% is going to be pretty crazy. I am just having a great time reading this. Like, I just think Frida McFadden books are such a good time, and if you're feeling at all slumpy, the best thing that you can do is pick up a Frida McFadden book. Honestly, that is the best piece of advice that I have for you if you're ever feeling slumpy, because they are just page turners and you don't even notice that you're reading, and they are also really quick to read. Yeah, absolutely love Frida McFadden books. I did guess one of the plot twists that we've had. Well, kind of all of the plot twists we've had I've guessed, but one of them I feel like was not really a plot twist. It was more what I would call a plot reveal, where it's kind of obvious but the characters don't know. And then this next one that's happened is more of a twist but also kind of a reveal. But that one was more like you might not see it coming, but I did see it coming. Not to brag. I don't know what I can say about it because I obviously don't want to give any spoilers, so I'm not saying any more about the plot, but it's good. I'm enjoying it, and I'm actually kind of sad that I'm going to finish it tonight and then I'm going to have to read a different book tomorrow. I did go on a walk today and I started to listen to a bit of House of Sky and Breath, but then my sister called me, so I think I must have listened to like one page. And yeah, that's all that I've done for that today. So I've basically just been reading The Boyfriend. Also, tomorrow I do actually have a fairly busy day, so it's Saturday tomorrow and it's one of my best friend's 30th birthday like parties, so I'm going to that, and that starts at like 3 o'clock, so I'll obviously be needing to get ready for that like an hour before. So that kind of takes up a lot of the day and evening. Obviously, I doubt I will be in a state where I want to do any reading before bed tomorrow, so I think I'm gonna have to try and have like a good morning of reading to get some good reading in, because I feel like I'm in a flow and I don't want that flow to end. So that's the plan. I think get up tomorrow and just try and smash out some reading in the morning so that I can just enjoy and have fun the afternoon evening portion. Yeah, and hopefully I won't be feeling too bad on Sunday, so I can do some more reading on Sunday. I'm not sure yet whether I will include Sunday in this video, because this video is supposed to be up on Sunday, so this video will probably only carry on to tomorrow, which means it might be quite a short video because I feel like I've not really done that much filming, so sorry about that if that is the case. But you know, it's Friday, we still have plenty of today left. I won't be going to bed too early. Anyway, that is my update for you for now. Yeah, gonna read a little bit more of this now, and then I think we'll probably make dinner, watch something, and then I will come back to more reading, and I am so excited to see what happens in the last 30% of this book. One thing that is really making me laugh in this book is there's this whole narrative about hair scrunchies and how nobody wears hair scrunchies anymore in this day and age. And I'm reading this wearing a scrunchie in my hair, and I'm thinking, am I the only one who still wears hair scrunchies? Like, is that weird? But yeah, it's just a very weird narrative that just like keeps coming up. should have seen this coming, but I didn't. Finished. To be honest, this didn't have like an as crazy ending as some of her other books, but I really liked it. I'm gonna think about it and settle on a rating tomorrow, I think, but wow, I had a great time reading that, to be honest. So that is book 2 done. What time is it? It's 11 PM. I'll catch up with you in the morning. I'm really hoping you can't hear that, but like, so typical. As soon as I start filming today, Ollie starts hoovering. It's Saturday today, which, yay, it's the weekend. I haven't really done much reading today so far. I've literally read like 2 chapters of Glow. One second, I'm gonna have to come back to you. Right, I think he has now finished, so I can talk again. So, as I was saying, I've literally only read a couple of chapters so far today, and I don't think I'm gonna have time to do that much reading because we need to leave in an hour and a half, and as you can see, I need to get ready, which I'll probably give myself like an hour to get ready, so I have like half an hour where I can do a little bit more reading. But before that, let's just recap on The Boyfriend, which obviously I finished last night. I kind of want to give this 4.25 stars, but I don't dabble in the 0.25s, so I'm just gonna have to leave it at a 4-star. I really liked it. I thought the twist was really good. The only thing that's disappointing is there weren't loads of twists. Like, it kind of read pretty straightforward and there were some reveals, but there weren't like loads of twists that came up, whereas in some of her other books I feel like there's just like a lot of twists. I did like it, and I definitely recommend it as a really fast-paced, quick read. Yeah, I enjoyed it. And I'm feeling good because that means both Thursday and Friday I finished books, which is great. Is that going to happen today? As I said, no, because I have to leave in an hour and a half, and then I probably won't be back till late tonight, and I will have had a few drinks and probably will not be wanting to do any reading. So I basically just have about half an hour now to do some. Actually, I think when I'm getting ready, I'm going to try and listen to Crescent City on audio. Why not multitask, you know? So I think I'm going to try and do that, and I think for now, while I've got half an hour, I'm going to try and get a little bit more of this read. I'm just still not really vibing with it. Like, I'm really struggling to just sit down and want to read it, which is a shame because I really enjoyed the first few books in a series, but this one, it's just so slow, like just nothing is really happening. And I think because I've left it such a long time, I'm not super interested in the characters at the moment. And so when nothing's happening, it's really like difficult to get through. So yeah, I don't know, so far I'm a bit disappointed by this one, and I'm definitely not going to finish it this weekend. I don't know whether I should pick up another book and still just like keep this one on the go slowly throughout the month. I don't know. I have been keeping track of how many pages I've been reading each day, so you should have seen that at the end of each day. And I'm feeling really good because both days I have read over 300 pages, which for me is like pretty damn good, especially on weekdays. I say that, and as always, the weekend comes and I just don't have that much time for reading on the weekend. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be 300 pages today. It's not even going to be 100 pages. I would be shocked if I reached the 100 page mark. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Sometimes it is what it is. But I do feel like I've rescued this week of reading, which honestly was on track to be a disastrous week, where like I was on track to not even read 100 pages in the whole week. So now I've read over 600 pages in 2 days. I'm pretty chuffed with that. Okay, I've just finished getting ready. Obviously I still need to get dressed, but I wanted to jump on here to end this vlog now. I don't have time right this second to work out how much I have read today, but I will put that on screen now, I guess. But I did end up listening to a little bit of the Crescent City audiobook, and obviously I read a little bit of Glow earlier, but yeah, that's all I have time for today. Obviously I'm going to try and carry this on tomorrow and read more tomorrow as well, but this video is actually going up tomorrow, so I've got my work cut out for me tomorrow morning to get this video up for you guys. Honestly, I'm so glad that I started this vlog, because if I didn't, I just don't think I would have done much reading at all, and then I probably would have ended up in a bit of a reading slump because it would have been so long since I'd read. So I am very grateful for this YouTube channel and that it motivates me to do things like this, because it really does motivate my reading at times where sometimes I can't be bothered, and that's not in a way to say that like it forces me to read when I don't want to, which I guess is kind of true, but in like a good way, because I had a great time reading these last few days, especially Thursday and Friday. Like I literally was living my best life reading those books. So yeah, I think that is about all I've got to say. I think I've given pretty much my feelings on all of the books that I'm reading so far. Obviously my feelings on Glow and Crescent City 2 haven't really changed since I last spoke about those books. They are a little bit of a slog for me, but I am going to do my best to get through them so that I can read some more good books, because I do have a lot of good books on my TBR this month. If you've watched till the end, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to leave a comment, like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to see you in my next video. Bye!